Hello and welcome to our Bidwell Henderson Open Day. I'm Rebecca Bidwell, and we thought it'd be a really good idea to host an open day because we're looking for quite a number of positions for our Alfreton office, with initially those positions starting as home working in the current climate. So I'm Rebecca, I'm a director here, and I work alongside two co-directors, Mark Bidwell and Anne Henderson. Between the three of us, we run the business, Bidwell Henderson, which has a team of just over 40 people, and we're looking to significantly increase that in 2021. So because we've got a number of jobs available, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get in front of you and tell you a little bit about who we are, what we do, because it's quite a difficult job to explain. And we can talk about the jobs that are coming up and what you are to expect from my colleagues who are going to talk to you shortly about their separate departments. So the majority of the work that we do is we provide law cost drafting services to law firms. So our clients are just law firms. We don't actually provide any services to general public or anybody else. It's just lawyers and law firms. And the work we do is really niche. So you could best explain it as we read through a lawyer's file of papers and we create a technical and skilled legal document which allows that lawyer to get paid for the work that they have done. Now, it doesn't just allow them to get paid for the work that they've done, but also it makes sure that we cover all of the areas that they're actually entitled to get paid for, and we exclude anything that they're not, because that will allow them to get paid quickly, it will maximise their costs, and they'll be able to continue with their day job, not worrying about the financial side of getting money through and paid by what would mostly be the legal aid agency. So it's a very skilled and technical job. It's desk-based. It's a very professional career path, but it does require quite a lot of learning. So what we've done is we've developed our own training platform, which we've pivoted and made pretty much virtual in the circumstances. So I like this job because we get a bird's eye view of various different types of work and different aspects that lawyers deal with their clients. So a lot of the work that we do is funded by the legal aid agency, which again is why it's so important that we provide an accurate document. So some of the cases that we will see involve children being taken into care, domestic abuse, and things like homelessness. So the job of a law cost draftsman in providing those essential services to lawyers and allowing them to be able to recover their costs in full or as close to as full as possible then means that that money hits the bottom line for lawyers and allows them to continue to provide those really difficult services to some of the most vulnerable people in society. So a little bit about the business and who we are and why we set up. So myself, Mark and Anne decided that we wanted to set the business up in 2014, and since then it's grown over that time. We started it as just the three of us working at home in our attics, and it's grown now to a team of 40 plus team members, which are the whole range. So we have administrators, we have law cost draftsmen, we have cost lawyers, we have people specialising in high cost cases, and we also have things like account services and legal cashiering. We are a very dynamic firm and award-winning, fast-growing. So we are looking for those kind of people who want to kind of come and be part of something and building the business further with us. We have expanded our service and our offerings, so we now provide lots of other additional services in addition to the day job of law cost drafting, which means that we can cross-refer services, and we're continually expanding into new areas, which creates new opportunities for the people who stand out in the business and show us what they can do. So the kind of people that we're looking for are anybody with good maths and English skills. We think as long as you've got the right attitude, you really want to do well in the business, and you've got a minimum of grade A to C GCSEs in English and maths, or the equivalent, then we think we can provide you with the training and all the tools that you need to be a really good trainee and a low cost draftsman. So if you want to send your CV over, if you want to do that to recruitment@bidwellhenderson.co.uk. We'd like to see a covering letter from you with your CV, just to give us an idea of why it is you think you'd be suited for the role. So you're today going to hear from a number of our team members. So I'm just going to run you through who you'll be able to click the link to hear from. What we've done with the videos is we've set them up individually, so you can just jump straight to the video that interests you most, or the series of videos that you would like to see. You will hear from people like David Smith, who heads up the training program itself. David is our training manager. And he will talk to you about the trainee positions that we're offering and a little bit more about the job, what it entails, and the training program. There's Kimberly Heath as well, who is the manager of our processing department. And Kim will talk to you about the positions that we've got available in the processing department, which is more on the administrative side, but it's still quite a technical job that all training will be provided for. You'll have the option to listen to Chelsea Alcock as well and Roman White, who were two fantastic apprentices that we took on through the business. Chelsea is now in our business development department and Roman is in our IT and operations department. And they both started out in administration and they did a business admin apprenticeship. And you'll also have the opportunity to hear from Charlotte Folston, who's one of our senior cost lawyers who spends a lot of her time dealing with some of the most complicated cases that we have. Charlotte came from an in-house position in a law firm and converted to kind of coming across and being external with us. She's doing the most amazing job. So she's a good one to hear a little bit more about the specifics of the job. Or if you are if you have a little bit of cost experience and you're thinking about whether to make the move, that's a really good one to listen to. And then you'll also have the opportunity to hear from Robert Kerr, who manages our IP department. So that's our inter-parties department. About 70% of the work that we do is funded by the legal aid agency, but Robert deals with the other side of the business, which is the more party v party costs. And so he'll be there to kind of talk to you about those options as well. So what's involved in the training? So on the positions that we have available at the moment, the plan is that you would be home working. You would go through the training program, which I would be coordinating with you. So I would also have the support of David Smith, who would be providing almost daily training sessions to help upskill you while you're going through the program. You'd have a cohort of people around you, which is going to be really exciting because you'll get to know the people that are in a very similar position to you. And then the plan would be is once it's safe to do so, you'd then be working full time in the Alfreton office on the High Street in Alfreton, Derbyshire. So the training program takes, initially, it's very intensive learning and it takes between 5 to 6 weeks to complete. And thereafter, you will pop in and out of new learning sessions, but you'll be running live files alongside it. All of the files that you create and prepare will be checked by either your training manager or a team of checkers that we have in addition. So we've got a really nice large support bubble, if you like, who can help with making sure you're getting through the training quite nicely. Beyond that, we've tried to make it fun and interactive. So there are quizzes, there are little mini videos, there are little sessions, and we're also this year, now we've revamped the training again. We're going to have more of the advanced sessions from people like Anne Henderson, who's one of our directors, and a couple of our experienced senior cost draftsmen. So there's going to be a lot going on at the same time. So if you are wondering what the process is in terms of the recruitment side, the way that it will work is if you send your CV and your covering letter to recruitment@bidwellhenderson.co.uk, it will then be considered by our business development department. They will then invite you to undertake a half-day test, essentially, which will give you an indication of the kind of work involved in being a law cost draftsman, and it also gives us the opportunity to see the level at which you'd kind of be able to adapt to the situations. So if you could complete the half-day test, that will give us the results, and then we'll be selecting people to interview at that point, with a view to our first cohort of people being in March. But then we'd like to repeat this process again and look to take people on in possibly 6 months post-March. So it's going to be an ongoing process. If you have any questions, you can email them across to recruitment@bidwellhenderson.co.uk. And we hope you find the videos really helpful. And fingers crossed, you might be one of the people that we see in March.